Good evening. Welcome to C&T Collectibles. I am C.
I am T.
And tonight we're going to do our top five third basemen for the 2021 season. The projections come from Fangraphs. The ranking are our own. And the only thing we promise is, at the end of the year, probably ain't going to look like this.
I mean, it might.
It might and it might not, but we're going to have some
Probably
fun and
won't.
we'll make our argument here. That's what we're going to do. So, all right, see how it goes here. We'll start off with number 5. Wait for it.
Rafael Devers.
Yeah, in 2018 he was a mess. But at 244, 66, and 21 with 25% Ks.
240.
What'd I say?
244.
244? Well, whatever. 240. I was trying to pump him up a little bit.
Oh.
I like him more than you, I guess. So, all right, 25% strikeout rate, was worth a 90 WRC plus in 121 games. Raffy Big Stick earned his nickname in his first full season in 2019 and produced at an elite level at the plate, going 311, 32, and 115 while scoring 129 runs and finishing with a 133rd WRC plus. 2019 was also his only year in the bigs with a sub 20% K rate. In a shortened 2020, his stats regressed to somewhere between his 2018 and 2019 seasons, but under the hood, Devers continued to improve. His K rate climbed to 27%, which is a concern, and the average dipped to 263, but the power remained on a 30 home run pace. His hard hit rate rose to over 40% for the first time, and his soft contact shrunk to just 10% of balls hit as he barreled up a career high 12% of pitches. His infield fly ball rate continues to shrink, and the home run to fly ball rate has gone up every year. At just 24, we're betting on continued improvement, and he sneaks into our top 5.
At number 4 is Anthony Rendon, who has been a 6+ WAR player in 4 out of his last 5 full seasons, and is well on his way to the mark again last year, and remains extremely underrated. An elite hitter who walked more than he struck out last year, and has never had a K rate above 20%, combined with 25 to 30 home run power, ranks him as one of the best hitters in the game. Not just at third, his defense at the hot corner is above average as well. His hard hit percentage has crept up the last few years, while the fly ball rate has remained consistent, leading to more balls leaving the park. With this much consistency at the plate, Rendon is an easy addition to the top 5.
Yes, he is. At number 3 on our list is Manny Machado, who feels like he's been around long enough to be 35 years old, but is just entering his prime at 28. He's been consistent enough over that time that we kind of know what we're getting, and that's a player on a Hall of Fame path that is just behind fellow 20-year-olds Bryce Harper and Mookie Betts. Machado has been good for 30-plus home runs every year since 2015, never has struck out more than 20% of the time, and hits at a 280 clip. 4 of his last 6 years, he's been at an elite WRC plus level with above average defense. He traded some grounders for liners last year and dropped his soft contact to a career low of 13% as he enters his best playing years. Surrounded by a lineup dubbed Slam Diego, look for more awesomeness from Machado.
Before we get to the top 2, here are 3 players that are behind the top 5, but if they outperform or a top player misses some time, could find themselves back on the inside. Eugenio Suarez did something in 2018 and started lifting the ball out of the park at a much higher rate than his previous 4 seasons, never cracking the 18% barrier. 2018 to 2020 saw a home run to fly ball ratio, or rates.
Yeah, either.
Well into the 20s,
Coinciding.
Oh
yeah, I didn't think you were going to be doing this one.
Climb in home runs from a career high of 26 in 2017 to 34 in 2018 and 49 in 2019. This has come at the expense of a K percentage soaring upwards of 30%, but I'm not sure anybody cares as long as the balls leave the yard as often as they do when Suarez is at the plate.
Nolan Arenado finds himself outside the friendly confines of Coors Field for the first time in his career on a permanent basis, and as expected, his home road splits aren't very favorable to the move. What is expected is that a player with Arenado's pedigree will adjust just fine over time. 2020 was not a very good year, seeing his soft contact rise to over 20% and cratering his BABIP to a career low 241 and a career worst 253 average. He's always been a bit of a free swinger, offering it over 30% of balls outside the zone, but he actually made over 70% of contact on those pitches, his highest level since his first couple of years, which likely led to the poor contact. it's probably fine to chalk up 2020 small sample to outside distractions, but they'll have to prove that these changes are temporary to get back into the top 5.
And Matt Chapman has been around for just 4 seasons. And in that time, he's quickly established himself as perhaps the best defender in the game. That defense will keep him in the lineup, but the homers aren't going to hurt. What will hurt is selling out for power like he did in 2020, striking out a career-high 35% of the time, resulting in an elevated 300 ISO and 25% of balls hit going to pop-ups in the infield. Not surprisingly, his contact in the out of the zone were down due to the increased whiffs. So, if he can just get back to King in the low 20% range and walking upwards of 10%, like in his first 2 full seasons, the contact rates, and subsequently,
very good.
The averages should correct themselves.
Yeah, they probably should. We'll see what kind of player he is here. He's been 2 different players the last couple of years. We'll see which one he wants to get back to. Starting off our top 2 is Alex Bregman, who probably should have kept cheating last year. After 2 seasons of elite ball with WRCs of 157 and 169, 2020 saw his numbers fall to the worst of his career. Like most players on these lists, we have to put less weighting on a shortened 2020 season. With Bregman, there just isn't anything to explain the decline from the 18 and 19 seasons, so we're chalking it up to bad luck and maybe no garbage can. But you'll have to right the ship this year to shake suspicions. Bregman's plate discipline is excellent. He chases just 20% of balls outside the zone, makes contact with over 90% of pitches in the zone, strikes out under 15% of the time, and walks over 10% of his plate appearances. These numbers haven't changed since he's been playing full-time. Even a lousy 2020 saw a very solid WRC plus of 123 as he traded some hard contact for medium contact and saw his home run to fly ball rate drop, but we might have to chalk this up to bad luck. Again, as a 254 BABIP and a 242 average were the lowest of his career.
And wrapping it up at number 1 is Jose Ramirez. Joe Ram has been a top 5 MVP candidate in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Carries elite metrics, and with the departure of Mr. Smile, is now the face of the Indians. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. In 2020, he actually had one of his worst seasons in terms of hitting the ball, but the results were good enough for the runner-up in the AL MVP race. In 58 games, his K rate climbed to career-high 16%. But he walked more often and had a 315 ISO as 19%. Of his fly balls left the yard, he barreled up the pitches at the
He barreled up pitches at a
10% clip.
Yeah, you got it.
Which was a personal best, and if the new Jose is a 4 homer guy that strikes out 15% of the time, watch out. Projections have him normalizing
Yep.
the ISO and cutting down on the already low K rate, but a baseline of 280 with 30 plus home runs, 100 RBI, and weighted runs created of over 130 make him the easy number 1.
Very easy number 1, which means he'll probably finish like at number 12 this year. But he's been terrific. He's been terrific. So what do you think of the list? Anybody we need to add? Anybody we missed?
Anybody like Twins?
I know Josh Donaldson is. So when I did the Fangraphs rankings, and put in my formula, this is exactly how it came out. I didn't have to do any tweaking, but Donaldson was outside that top 8. So I'm sorry. We'll keep working at this. We'll get it. Maybe we'll do DHs again. We'll do DHs, and Nelson Cruz will be right there at the top.
Yes.
All right. So, all right, good list. Okay.
We could maybe do left field.
Well, we could do left field, but
pitcher. Oh yeah, we already did pitcher.
We already did pitcher. Yeah, we could do left field, but I think shortstop. I don't know that Andrelton Simmons is going to find his way into the top 10 there. So
or Jorge Polanco.
Well, he's at second now. So all right, we better just cut our losses here and thank the nice people for watching.
Yes.
All right. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.